Hey guys, it's OKB and welcome to the Mafia City offer. Get somewhere around $140 to $170 to get to level 25 in 30 days. Now this game has several different kinds of offers. One even offers like $500 something. That's what's on right now, which is pretty ridiculous. I'm not doing that offer right now. I'm just doing the level 25 in 30 days offer, which it could take you 20 something days, but I've talked to somebody who's done it in 7 days. And so it really depends on how much you play and how well you understand the game. So I'm going to show you guys some strategies on how to do this, right? But first, I got to show you where to get the offer, because the offer changes. The offer on Mafia City changes a lot, but they always have an offer of level 25 in 30 days. If they don't, they'll come back and come back and come back again. I know this because it's been happening for at least a year or so. So they're definitely going to have this level 25 in 30 days. But the old offer was getting to level 20 instead of 25. They said 25, but they paid out on 20. Now you have to get to level 25 in 30 days. But hey, one guy who said he did it in 7 days taught me a whole bunch of tricks. I had my own experience, and now I am at level 25, and I got $150 and spent 64. I realized that I did not need to spend 64. There's a lot of other methods that can help you, but you do need to play a lot, right? So yeah, level 25 mansion, that is your goal. I'll teach you the strategies, the basics, but first, where do you get the offer? Okay, in the descriptions of this video, this is just got the descriptions video, right? I have a whole bunch of links here, and let's see. The LD player is, so I used to use Bluestacks, but the LD player is my new choice because it's faster than Bluestacks, and an LD player is basically a phone on your computer, right? It uses up less memory and less. It's just faster and just uses up less power from your computer or laptop, because I'm on my laptop. And that's why I picked LD players, and so you guys can click on that and download it if you want. MyPoints and Swagbucks are two places that have these Mafia City offers. Now, a couple weeks ago, they were giving level 25 in 30 days offers, like $170, I think. Now it's a little bit different, but it's going to come back. So either one, they both have a referral link. You click on MyPoints, click on the referral link, go to MyPoints, go to deals, go to the category will be entertainment, because this is games. And then you want to go down searching for Mafia City. It might have a different name by it, but you should be able to see it by the picture. Let's see. Go down and down. It loads as you scroll down, right? So you gotta make sure. Maybe I missed it. Oh, this is the Grand Mafia, which is the other game. Don't get that confused. That's the other game. It's here, Mafia. Ah, here it is. It's on the left. Mafia City, 26,870 points. I think if you do a Visa or MasterCard, it's 150 points per dollar. If you don't, I think it's 160, 170 points per dollar. That's with PayPal and all the other random gift cards. So 26,870. 26,870 divided by 150 is $179.13 for this offer. However, this is the this is a new offer. This is get to mansion level 10, unlock 3-star Vigilante, 5-star, 5-star. You kind of do have to buy some, use some cash on this. And so this is the new offer, but they're going to switch back to the old offer again with level 25. So it's going to come back and forth. I haven't done this yet, but I kind of have an idea. So I'll just give you like a couple tips once I get to the game. But yeah, MyPoints has this offer, but they might have another type of offer in a couple weeks. If you're watching this in a couple weeks or a couple months, the offer might be different again, but it might be level 25, right? It always comes back to level 25 in 30 days. All right, Swagbucks is very similar. Sometimes it pays more, sometimes it pays less than MyPoints. And you just go to Discover Games. The referral link that in the descriptions give you a couple dollar bonus to both of us. Okay, and then SB max to min because it's usually a really high, so it's $171. And this is with PayPal. So yeah, it's very similar, right? 3-star Vigilante, 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. I'll explain what the 5-star, 3-star Vigilante is once I get to the strategy part. Okay, but yeah, these are two places you can go to. GG2U is a backup in case you can't access these 2 or 3 websites for whatever reason. FreeCash, now this one is the one that still has level 25 in 30 days offer. But it also has another crazy, insane offer, which is pretty much brand new. I think it's been only a couple days, maybe, or maybe a week or so. But this $571 offer is just insane, right? It's very similar to the Swagbuck MyPoints one, but it's 3 stars, get 3 stars, get 1 5-star, get 2 5-stars, get 3 5-stars, and you have like day limits, so you pretty much have to spend money for some of this. Not like you can probably get away with the first 1, maybe 2 without spending money, but the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you definitely have to spend money. Though you have more days, you know, at number 6 and 7. You can play the game to reduce the cost, basically, and that's you won't get 500 and something. I mean, you'll get 571 if you complete the entire thing, but you probably have to spend money on it. How much? I'm not sure yet. Could be a couple hundred, and you have like $200 profit or something. But yeah, that's the new offer. However, you guys can see here, there's also a Mafia City offer. Now, a couple weeks ago, they still had the Android version. Now it's only iOS, but don't worry. Once a couple weeks go by, or maybe even a month, or maybe even next week, Android version will come back at level 25 in 30 days. So this is the one we're doing today. And it's very simple. Play the game, complete match in level 25 in 30 days. Task is $140 at the moment. Now, when I did it, I got 150. Even before that, I think it was at 170. It's probably because people all finished it, and you just have to wait for the next round because they keep advertising on here. So it is what it is. But yeah, today I'll be showing you level 25 in 30 days. Right? This is currently on iOS, but don't worry, it'll come back. Or you could try one of the other offers. I'm gonna have to risk a couple $100 on this offer, $571. It might cost more than what they give, and that's risky, so I'm hesitant. But I will try it. If it sticks around long enough. I will try this offer at $571. It's just ridiculous, man. All right, so these are the different offers. Now let's get to the strategy part. So as you guys can see, I'm at level 25 here, level 25 mansion. In order for you to get to level 25, there are 2 major branches. I'm going to teach it this way: resources and speedups. All right, there's other stuff, but they're all support for resources and speedups. Now, how do you get resources? Let's start with resources. So there are some basic ways. Right, so you guys can see this wall separating these 2 places. Well, this place, this outside area, is just gathering resources. There's 4 types of resources, main types of resources. There's other types too. Cargo, all right, and cash. This is what you're going to start with. Cargo is probably the most needed resource, just overall. So if you're wondering if we should pick cargo or cash, you should usually go cargo. And then you have arms. You do need quite a few arms, but not as much as cargo, right? Cash you only really need if you're the type of person to like train a lot of troops. In that case, yeah, you'll need some cash too, but cargo is still the #1 thing. And then metal comes later, and until the very end, I didn't really need metal, so it was okay. You didn't like if you go past level 25, you'll need metal, but it's whatever. And then gold is the ultimate currency that you can buy anything with. It's like the last resort. Yeah, I mean, usually when you buy anything, you get gold. All right, there's a couple other packs that you don't get gold from, but gold is the ultimate currency to buy anything. Yeah, pretty much anything, except for real money, of course. Okay, so for resources, so you guys have these cargo. You can collect cash. You can collect arms. The more you level up these guys, the better they are. Hitman thing comes at level 23, which I guess you can just kind of ignore a little bit. I mean, it's level 23, but there's like a Hitman hotel, yeah, right here that you can upgrade stuff with. And the only thing I can really talk about with Hitman is I mean, you can increase your combat skills, and combat is necessary because you can go out and attack people and get resources and buffs and stuff like that. But the most important part is definitely the construction services here. That's for the speed up part though. So that's pretty much the only thing you really need to know about Hitman. You do use a whole bunch of resources, and you use Hitman coins to get these buffs from this Hitman agency. But that's very like, the level is like 21, 22, 23, I forgot, somewhere around there. So mostly you want to focus on, you know, the cash, the cargo, the arms, the metal is right here. Metal comes a little bit later, later levels. So yeah, metal will be useful here. And then yeah, those are the basics of resources. Now these gems over here, you can collect gems, and you can actually use the green version. So green is worth 4 white versions. You can do this. You can get this unlocked if you level up the Maya Babe, which is in the mansion over there. and that can give you a whole bunch of different types of boosts. It could be for resources boosts. For example, there's yeah, I can click on it, right? For example, I have all these different types. There's different slots, right? It could be your car. It could be this. This is called the GodFather collection, which you can use. You can collect GodFather coins from. Sometimes it's events. Sometimes it's just outside random stuff that you collect. But yeah, that's I mean, the GodFather. So you guys can see Armo production increase, cargo production increase. When it says production, it literally means that the buildings that you have right here they're producing more resources, right, over time. And so leveling these guys up will so let's see, if I click on this and I click, first of all, okay, there's a cargo boost, you can do that. But second of all, if you go to the details, production is 1,590, right? And so if you have something like a GodFather collection and I increase by 20%, then I just, let's just say 1600 times 0.2 is another 320, I think, 320 cargo every hour. So the boost that you get from leveling up these cargo centers or arm centers, whatever, it's way more than what you're seeing because you have these types of boosts from GodFather, like cargo production increase, or let's see, this is biker attack, so this is, let's see, bulker wound. I don't know if there's another one that gives resources. Basically, this is crew load, for example. If you go out and collect resources, crew load, that means you can increase how much resource you can gather back, right? That's what crew load is. Also, if you attack somebody with a lot of resources, you can also gather more resources for every attack. It'll save you a lot of time, all right? But yeah, just know that a lot of these are created by these gems that you can make, and the ones that you could, the easy way to figure out what you want is to go here to view level. You have to start from level 1, level 1 to level 5 to level 10 to level 15, and then you can see, okay, you need 2 of these resources. Now the gems can be synthesized, so if I go hit synthesized, 4 of them can equal 1 blue, 4 of these can equal 1 green. You want to go at least purple, but in the beginning go green or blue, that's fine until you can get to a purple, right? It's kind of slow to get gems in the beginning. It's kind of hard to get a purple gem in the beginning unless you spend money, and it's just easier if you just get a green or a blue until you can get the purple. Now it will cost checks, which is a special type of currency, but yeah, just know that checks is used for creating these sets, right? They're boosts not just for resources, but also speed ups, like increasing your troop power, which you'll need when you attack other people or you attack other NPCs for rewards. And yeah, attacking people for rewards will give you some resources sometimes, or they give you cargo boosts. Like if I click on this, I can give a cargo boost, and then if I do a cargo boost, if I click on a boost, and go to details, you can see there's an increase, a boost, right, happening right now. Okay, so let's see. That should cover most of the outside except for the slammer. Okay, so the slammer is one thing you do daily, and then basically, however strong your troops are, the stronger your troops are, the farther you can go, and then you can just click on wipe out and collect a ton of different types of resources. And you can use energy. You have to use energy for sure. But yeah, some of them include, I believe the gems are included. They also give you like a whole bunch of other random rewards. It's definitely worth doing, and use energy. I mean, I have like a lot of extra energy. You can use gold for energy, which I don't really do. But you should be able to get a lot of energy from just random stuff like attacking people outside or events. Events is a big one on this. So that's the other thing. Events is one of the most important parts of this too. Events give you a whole bunch of random stuff, but for example, this is one of these events, right? And as you complete challenges here, there's daily challenges, so take a look at that. There's glorious challenges, which is a one-time thing. Or let's see, yeah, it's a one-time thing. And they help you progress on this little card here, and then you can actually spend money and buy a card for extra rewards, or not, it's up to you. And they give you a whole bunch of different types of rewards. Vigilante experience increases the Vigilante experience, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So you guys remember the $500 offer, $570 offer? Yeah, I mean, you know, this is part of it. Like this will save you some cost. You know, playing the game will save you some cost because you can turn some of these into even like purple ones, and then you can get a 3-star like this, or even help you get a 5-star. You know, have you spend less money in order to get these Vigilante fragments, so that you can get a 1, 2, 3-star Vigilante. So let me take a look, show you guys the Vigilante. Right, I have a 3-star guy here. So for the blue, if you want to get a 5-star Vigilante or even just a 3-star Vigilante, the blue ones are the ones to go. There's a couple of them. There's this guy, there's one more I think that I'm missing, Adriana. Right, now you need to do let's see, in order to get these fragments, there are some events where they come out and you can just gather them, but you have to actually do the event when it comes out. Right, now I missed the Adriana one, but you should at least be able to get her 4 stars. Now each star up costs way more, but you can, you know, you can actually buy it with gold. And so if you're only going to get to that point of the offer, you can play the game a lot. If you go attack someone else, you can randomly get gold. That's fine. The events sometimes will give you gold. Sometimes some achievements or random thing will give you gold, and it just kind of adds up. Like there's no one specific place that gives you a ton of gold unless you're buying it. But you can get 1,000 of his fragments, and if you get enough fragments, you'll get him to 3 stars. Right, I'm at 3 stars. To get him to 4 stars, I need to get 3,000 fragments. I think getting the 3 stars from 2 to 3 was like 1,000. I think it's like 300, 600, 1,000, something like that. But yeah, you know, you could do part of the offer of that if you want. Now, same thing with the blue ones here. If I want to get more, once again, it's with gold. They also have they have a smaller. Oh, okay. Catalina actually costs less. That's good to know. I actually didn't know that until now. So. And you guys can probably take a look at Adriana and see how much she costs for gold, 13,000 as well. So I guess Catalina is the cheapest. Power for everything else, it's not that easy. Starting up, you're gonna need to get, you know, like this is the legend. This is an event, and you have to actually like buy it. So you go over here, Surrey. Oh, it's a cost of $20 for 600 of his fragments. And a whole bunch of other stuff, which is okay, but it's like, it's not, you know, it's $20. It's, you get one more star of it. I don't know if it's actually like, it's actually worth it. Maybe on the $500 offer it would be worth it, but it gets harder as you go up. So maybe just up to 3 stars is okay. Oh, but you do get these extra fragments, so I guess you get like a head start for the next one. Yeah, I mean, each pack you buy will give you a star. That's generally how Surrey works. For that offer. But okay, you know, even if you're not doing that, if you're just doing the level 25 offer, then Surrey actually still helps, because I did buy the pack on her to get her 1, 2 stars, and it's really important. Well, it's really helpful in the beginning. It's not necessary, but it's very helpful to get an instant building time boost of 20 minutes, which means a lot of things can be done for free, and every single building that you build, you save 20 minutes or up to 20 minutes. Right, and that adds up. If you're like doing 50 buildings, that's like 200 times 5 is 1,000 minutes, which is actually quite a few hours. So it's quite helpful. Right. The second one is cash speed. This you only really need if you have a lot of troops. And then if you get it to 3 stars, then you know, boost building time by another 20 minutes. So it does stack with Tracy, which I got a little bit later from the events. But yeah, you also boost the building time by 15%. And here's the thing, like, there are also resource boosts from these Vigilantes that are just permanent. Unless they say, okay, so it says when this Vigilante leads an op, so when she's with you, you get this boost. If it doesn't say that, then you just get the boost. It doesn't matter if the Vigilante is with you or not. Okay, and for example, stuff like this, increase Bulker defense by 5%, it's permanent. It's just permanent. You have her now, it's permanent. A lot of these actually, some of them I got by buying, some of them I just got because of an event. Some fragments too, right? So Vigilantes have a boost of everything, including resources. I was talking about resources, right? So, okay. What else is there to say? So I've kind of explained the outside here. Let's talk about the inside now. So let's go back to speed ups. Let's go for the speed ups route now. So speed ups is slightly more important than resources. I think that way because I just had more trouble getting speed ups. But there's a lot of ways to get speed ups, right? Oh, first of all, a lot of these things serve more multi-purpose. So let's start with the Smuggler. Okay, so in the Smuggler there are speed ups. You can buy speed ups at a discount. Now, this is something you absolutely want to buy. If you get like a 66% off on speed ups, you absolutely want to buy. If it's building speed up, if it's investing speed ups, training speed ups, the only type of speed ups you probably don't want to buy is the defense building weapon speed ups. You can ignore that. But yeah, usually they have a good discount. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's not as good. And there's a VIP store where you can buy speed ups, or you can buy a lot of different stuff. But the main stuff you want to look at is the resources or speed ups. I think the resources like cargo, cash, like all the stuff up here, the basics, they're at 30% off. So you want to think about that when you look at the Smuggler, right? Because the VIP store comes like 2 or 3 times within those 30 days, and they give pretty good discounts. It's not on right now, but I will say that you want to buy the builder contract if you can find it, which allows you to get a extra builder, so you can build 2 buildings at the same time. If you don't do that, you have to spend 250 gold for like a day or so. So it is cheaper through the VIP. But yeah, know that the VIP store is coming. The resources are 30% off. Speed ups as well, kind of. And you want to compare that with the Smuggler over here, right? Energy will help too, because you can attack people on the outside and get rewards that way. And so this is a good time to bring up your character, your main character, your commander. Now, your commander gets experience whenever you send people out to do whatever, like attacking an NPC, gathering resources, whatever, right? Now you have all these skills on your commander as you level up. And yeah, there's also items to increase your vigilante. Leader experience. They call it the leader experience. So you can increase your leader experience and you get some points in order to put it on here. And so my recommendation here is probably you're going to start from growth. This increases, shortens your construction time. This shortens your invest time, and then you go all the way to activating this special ability, which is actually right here on the right, bottom right. So there's several special abilities. I haven't unlocked this one yet, but this one sends everyone home. All right, this is unlocked by the leader skills, by the way. So the shakedown is getting 5 hours worth of resources from your buildings here, right? That's pretty good. That's actually quite good. You will need that. And then you have energy. So if you go outside to attack someone, you need to use energy. You need energy for event stuff too. And then you have this craftsman, which is it's kind of whatever, but it's defense. It gives you defensive skills like grenades or something. So when someone attacks you, they take more damage, and you have a higher chance of defending yourself. Whew, okay. Now, more on your leader. So this is your leader skills. All right. You want to start with growth up to here, and then you want to go for support for speed, because you need speed. Like street op speeds is someone attacking NPCs. All right, and then energy recovery speed is whatever. It's nice, but you want to get the energetic charge. And then maybe after that, maybe you want to go for this crew load on the battle section, bulker defense, and then recall. So these are the special abilities first. The balanced approach is to get the special ability in the middle. But after that, I would probably go on the left for training capacity and wounded capacity. Not because they're great, they're okay, they're decent, but because I want to increase my training speed. Because I'm gonna train a lot of at like tier 4, tier 5 troops. I'm gonna want to train a lot of people, and so I also really want street op speed, because you save a lot of time doing this. Like, you might not have time to play if you don't increase your street op speed. It's not the only way, but this is 200%. That's a lot, right? And then crime op speed is next. It's not as necessary. This is like end game, so I got this like a little bit later, but crime op speed is good if you like gathering resources. Okay, you can increase that. But what I ended up kind of doing is, so I did all the way up to the middle here for each category. Then I went for supports all the way to level 20 on street ops here, but not the crime ops. And then I went for let's see. Yeah, I kind of just went for upgrading Yeah, I mean, it's hard to figure out which one's best next because it depends on whether you like to attack people. If you like to attack NPCs and you want to increase your troop power, then this is the way to go. All right, this is where I ended up at. But I guess maybe the crime ops is slightly better if you do like to gather a lot of different resources. And then I had growth, cargo, because I ended up really needed cargo, so I guess increasing your cargo speed was really helpful. Yeah, you pick your battles depending on how much stuff you do, right? If you attack people, then maybe battle. If you like to send people out to gather, then maybe support on those speed over here. And then growth is just it's kind of the same thing as support in that way. Okay, so that's the leader thing. Now, I have mentioned the gems, right? As for which ones you want to pick, construction speed is number 1. Things like engraving, these emblems, right? You can once you put them on, you can remove them for a price, but you have to use it with gold. So I tend to really like to just not use them, but I've kind of realized that if I have a level 1 or 2 emblem, I don't really need them. Like I can just put it on all of this, all these, pants, shirts, and stuff. And when I have to upgrade them, I'll have to destroy the level 1 emblems. I can't say it, but yeah, when you engrave these emblems, I would probably just go for a level 1, right? So that I can have that buff. But when I have to upgrade this to level 5, I can just throw it away because you have to destroy it or remove it in order for you to upgrade this from 1 to 5. And as for the list, I would probably go for the top. I love the top, probably because of the construction speed that it gives you. Right, construction speed. Go for construction speed if you can, and then everything else you can get level 1 purple if you can. Maybe higher, maybe level 5 or 10 if you want. But I like the purple level 1s. I think maybe if you played more than I did, you would have gotten level 5 and 10s. Remember, they cost checks, so checks are necessary. So one of the things about checks is that the lower the level, the less checks you have to use. But if you go too many high levels, like if you go for a really easy in green, green is the lowest tier. No, this is the second lowest tier, right? If you just get green and you just level them up to 5, 10, 15, 20, you're gonna run out of checks. So one of the things I did at the black market is to always get checks as a free trade, right? You get this daily, and red wines are one of those items you can randomly get. And if you get a red wine, you can exchange it for cargo, cash, checks, arms, metal, right? So it's one of those resources. I usually go checks for the free trades, but if I really need a resource, then I will go for cargo usually or arms, and then I can start using. So let me give you an example, right? So I get checks. Now I can use wine items. Now I have 18 of them. Now because I used it before. You can trade 194 more times today. So you want to use the wine at 194 times. When you have 194 wines, then you want to use them all at once, because each time you exchange, you get a little bit more. If you get it, you get a little bit more resources each time you click on. So it'll be like 262 checks next time, 264 checks next time. So yeah, same thing with cargo, cash, and all that stuff, right? That is helpful for resources, of course. Okay, I can ignore the bootleg mostly. I mean, that's just like sending your clan resources. But yeah, there's a tax rate. So this is why keeps doing that. This is why I like farmer counts. So you guys, in the descriptions, there's an LD player, which is basically a phone on a computer, and I have 2 farm accounts here, right? Farm Boo Boo and Farm Hug Boo, whatever. Love Farm Hug Boo. You have to have the word farm in your account, or else people will attack you, right? And also during the kill event, people will attack you, and you want to put up a shield so that you don't lose a lot of troops, or you don't lose a lot of resources, because they'll attack you for resources too. I think it's under these shields. Make sure to use them during the kill event, and they will tell you when the kill event is. I think they'll send you like some stuff in the mail, because there's like rewards in the mail. Yeah, you can read all, and there's like reward signs here. That means you have a reward for that. All right. Okay. So let's see. If I do a spy, so I spied on my thing earlier. Here we go. Farm Boon Bunbu. This is how much I can raid. This is my other account. I had like 2 accounts. I can constantly gather cargo, cash, and arms, and I get 100% of it. But you want to make sure to send your farm's troops away, or else both your farm and your main account will fight each other, and then you'll lose a bunch of troops, and then there's no point, right? So you want to make sure to like level them up to like 10, 13, and then have them collect cargo or arms. Both of them are really useful. Cargo especially, but sometimes you do need a lot of extra arms. Yeah, so these are the 2 I used to help me gather resources, and you know, that's so that I don't have to use gold, because gold is the ultimate resource that you can use to spend on anything. Okay, so that's more on resources. Let's go back to, okay, I mentioned all this stuff, I mentioned all that stuff. The slammers over here, just do it every single day. It'll cost energy, right? But let's go for, let's see, Clan Club is okay. I mean, you're gonna need to upgrade this anyways for your mansion, so you might as well just have it. It allows people to reinforce you. In other words, they'll send troops to your, they'll send troops to you so that you can, well, you'll be stronger. Or, yeah, they'll send troops to you so that when other people attack you, both whoever sent your troops and your own troops will fight together to defend against whoever's attacking you. That's probably the one thing that's good for. Okay, diner is important. Diner, you kind of want to level this up to a point where you can gather maximum resources. Each time you increase it, you will increase how many troops you can send out at one time. That will increase how many troops can attack an NPC, or how many troops can attack a player in order to gather resources. But also, well, yeah, just basically it's very important, right? Upgrade it if you want. Just upgrade it often, lots and often, right? Okay, there's a clan hall here that's pointless to me. I didn't really use it. I mean, you could use it. You can upgrade it a couple times, but if your clan does not do group attacks on NPCs or players, it's not that useful. But you do want to get it up to a certain point. The vault is only as useful as, well, the vault is, it's okay. Don't need to worry about it. Just upgrade it if you need to upgrade your buildings here. Special store, something that people forget. Hidden notes. So these can give you really good rewards, and this is if you want to go and explore cop raids. Now, I don't remember when they open up. I think cop raids open up at some level or something. But yeah, it's basically this. You just click on explore for however long. You send a whole bunch of troops, and you get a whole bunch of rewards, and you'll find a hidden note. I'm used to hitting escape on my computer, and it keeps doing that because of that. Okay, that's what the special store is for. It's actually, I actually take that. I would actually take that over. Like, I would send one group to those police raids places that I just showed you, and then I'll grab a clue. But at the same time, if I have more troops, then I'll send the rest of the troops to go gather resources. So this is quite useful there. Okay, so we kind of went over Vault, Clan, Garage. Okay, Garage app opens at like mid-level. So one thing is Roadster, right? Let's see, there's entry-level Roadsters. So you guys can see there are little metal signs. That's like bronze, silver, and then that's silver. Primary Roadsters cost more and more. They basically give buffs, and each card gives a certain type of buff. There are Roadster parts that you need to buy with these little parts. Basically, if you see a Roadster point, it looks like this, and it lets you upgrade your car. However, there's also an Armament workshop, which basically means that, so which one am I using right now? Let's see, most often used. Which car am I using? Oh, I'm using this car, right? So this is the basics, but this is everything else, and everything else is more important than the car itself. Like, the car is helpful, but the Armament workshop here, these little parts over here, you can get some free ones, I think daily a couple times. But yeah, each one has a different type of level. I'm gonna I'm gonna ignore the tips. Keep pressing escape. Okay. Each one, so this armament is rare, like plain green, and the blue's next rare, and then it's purple, and then it's, I forgot what the one, orange or something. Regardless, you'll probably get purple at best. And they give a whole bunch of really good boosts. The spike your defense, wounding capacity, all that kind of stuff is crazy. Crazy. Like healing speed increased by 30% is pretty crazy. I'm conflicted with this, but in general, you go to the Gadget Depot to get free ones, and sometimes you'll get random free tickets from the events or just attacking something outside. It's usually just events, honestly, but you can also get it from free draws from here. And you can combine them. You can increase their power. You can increase their power by using, let's see, armament enhancement. All right, this is the place. Oh, I got a couple purples. I didn't even realize that. Okay. But yeah, I can, for example, increase enhance part, and then I can throw in like a ton of terrible ones to, yeah, it'll enhance to 3 stars, which is 3 stars here, and so you can keep on doing that. You can keep building, but at some point you're gonna have to stop and actually use the part in order to upgrade anything that they give you. Like, it's a humongous boost. But if you do put it on there, you can't take it off without a lot of cost. So you want to make sure, start with like level 1s like this, and then when you have a whole bunch of greens, you can put a green, and then when you have a whole bunch of greens, you can maybe you have like 2 blues, you can put a blue. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you change cars, you won't be able to use those armaments unless you want to take it off when it costs a lot. So it's a balance between getting a good car and getting a good armament. Okay, so that's the balance between this. But yeah, you do want to, you want to put your armament on your car. Just put the lower tier ones first until you can upgrade to like a blue or a purple. In that case, if you get to a purple and you're putting it on your car, you should probably not change your car again. Okay, that's my advice for that. Radars, whatever. It just, can people spy on you? Can you spy on someone else? How detailed the information is. I never really needed to use it. Your Pawnbroker is where you create these weapons over here. Remember, these weapons require gems, right? And they require checks and gems. Those are the 2 things, and you will get them from the complex over here. That's basically it. Like, if you upgrade your Pawnbroker, it'll use fewer checks, and so if you're going to like level 10, 15 for a lot of these guys, and maybe 20, then yeah, okay, it's starting to be worth it to actually lower how much checks you get to use, because you don't have that many checks. The normal way to get checks is actually just do daily missions on here, and there's one of these give checks. One of these rewards gives some checks, like this one, 2,400 checks is pretty good. So it's like black market, this, and then some random events that happens, right? It could also be in your items. Sometimes there's checks in your item box. I think it's under resources. Yeah, like sometimes you'll get these items and you don't even realize that, oh, okay, I have this much checks. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, now let's talk about, let's see, we went through radar, garage, clan hall, diner, special, Pawnbroker for the checks. Investment, okay, is very important. So investment basically increases a lot of different types of stats. There's actually even a second page which will have, it's stuff that you think about later. So for example, the storehouse, remember the we were talking about hitting notes with that special store, and you can get like a whole bunch of random rewards from hidden notes. Well, getting one, you can increase the chances of getting one, or actually you can increase how fast you can complete the note and get the rewards by upgrading this stuff. But this is like advanced stuff, right? Let's go back, and probably the most important one is probably crew capabilities, because it increases the speed, darn it, it increases the speed that this does, it increases your training speed, which I probably should have upgraded more. It increases how strong each of your troop type is. There's 4 types. It also increases crime ops queue, which basically means you can send one more army to gather resources or to attack something, which helps a lot, saves you a lot of time. And the middle part is the most important, right? So this is probably the most important, but it's not only it's probably, it is the most important, but the other parts are also really important. Criminal enterprise is probably the next most important because remember I was talking about speed ups. Well, you really need to like you need to increase your construction speed because it'll save you a lot of speed ups at level 25, 20, 23, 24, 25. It's like literally like weeks. Some of these upgrades are weeks. The top upgrades are like weeks or a week and something at least. So it does help that 1% that you're getting each level and maybe 2% towards the end. It does help. Okay, it sounds like very little. It's very much overall. Now, okay, same thing with crew load. You want to do that. So here's one thing that I messed up on. There's investment speedups. So if I do this, if I want to invest, there's investment speedups, and I never use them. And that's one of the things that made me so slow because when I got investment speedups, I didn't use them. I didn't use them to improve on everything else, and because of that, a lot of stuff I was doing was just not as good. All right, so investments are really important. So criminal enterprises is next, and it might be even more important. Probably no, yeah, okay. Crew capabilities number 1, criminal enterprises number 2. Equipment, it might be helpful. So gem making speed will increase the laboratory, like the gem creation thing on the right, on the bottom right that I was showing you earlier. You can lower the amount of checks that you're going to use if you're going for like level 5, level 10, 15, 20 weapons for your leader up here, right? And then let's see, go see more. So let's see, number 1 crew capabilities, number 2 criminal enterprises, probably number 3 is resources, just because you can get more resources and you need resources, a lot of resources. You can increase your resources gathering speed. Arms, I never really got to metal because I didn't really need that much metal, but metal could help towards the very end. I never did anything for turf defense. It just didn't feel like, it didn't really help much. Like there was a good chance that nobody's going to attack you at all. So except for the kill event. When the kill event happens, you want to watch out and make sure to put on your shield at all times. Okay, crew capabilities number 1, criminal enterprises number 2, resources number 3. Mercenaries in the middle is actually pretty, mercenaries are quite helpful in the middle. So maybe mercenaries number 4, but equipment will definitely help you in the beginning. So maybe equipment first, and then when mercenaries come out, go for mercenaries, so 4 or 5. Advanced arms, I never really did any of this because it just costs more resources for the same thing. Training capacity, I mean, yeah, this just costs more resources for the same thing. So this is like stuff you do after you upgrade criminal enterprises, crew capabilities, resources. Once you finish like the ones that cost the least amount of time and resources, then you can start working on advanced ones. So investment is pretty important. Make sure to use the speed ups when you get them. That's one of the things that made me so slow, because I just didn't think about investment speed ups, and then I just didn't get the boosts for like the entire game. So yeah, it's pretty important there. Okay, clan club I mentioned already. It's not that important. It just increases the number of times someone can help you, but it's not very much in the long term. Like right now I'm only getting what 20 helps maximum at like a minute, 81 seconds per help, which is okay, but it's just you can get to like level 18, 19 and you'll be fine. Like it's not that big of a deal. At a certain level, it's just not worth it to keep going. Okay, one of the things, okay, this is probably the most important thing, but at least in this section. So there's 4 types of troops. The vehicle type of troops over here can hold the most resources. So if you send it out to attack somebody, you can gather the most resources back. Or you can gather more resources back. And it'll take less time for you to get all the resources that they have. If you go and gather resources outside and not attack anyone, well, the vehicles will help with that too. It's the slowest, but it'll also gather more resources for every unit. Remember that you have a limited number of people you can send at one time, and this diner over here will help you with that. It'll increase how many people you can send, but having a lot of vehicles will also increase how many resources you can gather at one point. And so you could go to like a level 7 or 8 resource spot, right? Okay, there's the other things like a rock, paper, scissors. I don't care. The only thing you really need to know is that bulkers is probably the easiest to buff up because of this battle skills. Like you start off with increasing bulker attack, biker attack, biker defense, and then when you can get to this level 2, a lot of bulker attack. So bulker is probably the easiest to buff up in attacking, in offense, just in general. They're also the most defensive. They're like the infantry, the guys who block. Shooters are good against them, and the bikers are good against shooters. I think bulkers are good against bikers, something like that. Bikers are the fastest though, so if you want to send him out to do something really quick, a scout, or one of those special operations that they were trying to do, you want to go for the bikers, right? Bikers are. I actually went more for the bikers, and also bulkers, and I guess I put the lowest priority on shooters. So vehicles is great for gathering more resources at one time. Bikers are the fastest, so they get things done and it saves some time for myself. Bulkers are great for the combat boost, and then shooters are just whatever for me. It's not bad, it's just not that special to me. Okay, let's see, next thing on the list, invite friends. So in the beginning, all right, so I ended up inviting my own farms. Now, you get a reward when you get this like random bunch of rewards when you come in and do stuff. I also gathered 2 more referrals by just going share invite code and be like, okay, this is my code, and I just type in chat, in world chat in the beginning of the game when people are still coming in. You just go for new players, enter this code under invite friends, right? So my code was like 11121 something like that. So I'll just say enter code 1112 blah 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 in invite friends. And I'll just say, new people, do this, right? New people, do this, something like this. And you just keep posting it in city, and eventually some new players will see it, and they'll enter it. And it'll basically be like, oh, hey, I invited some guys, even though you didn't. And they'll get some rewards when you do something, and you'll get some rewards when they accomplish bunch of stuff. This is what you get after they like completely finish all their achievements, so it's a lot of extra stuff. But it's a good boost in the beginning. This is what I did in the beginning, right? I boosted my farms, and I did this for my farms, 2 farms, and I did this and managed to get 2 more people in just city chat to help me out like that. So just type it out in city chat, all right? That's a pretty good rewards. Okay, let's go for the mansion babes. So sometimes they'll give you this random reward. Depends on the babe themselves. Okay, so there are roses, and roses can give you a whole bunch of different types of yeah, they move in this way or whatever. Yeah, so you play games in order to increase their favor. Do blackjack most of the time, unless you want to. You could do find the jewel, and one of the tricks for find the jewel is to literally record with your phone and then count, where did it move. Now it's going to do a trick shot. It's going to be like a super fast trick shot that even when you record and slow down, it's hard to see. But just realize that, okay, when I can follow everything and there's a trick shot, just figure out where the trick shot is, and then go, okay, after the trick shot, what happens? And then you'll be able to find the jewel. And if you're able to win this several times in a row, you get more and more favor. You just get more and more favor. So that's a trick you can do. Now, dating is something you do every day. So when you increase your favor, you will also get these extra different rewards. For example, wounded capacity, crime up speed, vehicle attack. So it's like a jumble mumble of things that you can get. Now, when I was talking about the jewels earlier, this is the skills of Maya. So activating the gem making green feature is something that you really do want to do in the beginning, right? Because laboratory complex, right? So you want to. So the green jewels are worth 4 times more than the white, but they do take more time. However, if you do the white ones, well, you're not like you can probably like wake up and then be like, oh, all the gems are done, and I have wasted my time because they're not making more gems. If you do the green ones, it takes more time, and then when you wake back up and you check it, you can collect your gems and add more gems on here like this. Right, and now it's making this for like 6 hours. So yeah, this is helpful. And also, yeah, you do need to spend gold for these slots. I definitely spent gold for those slots. They were very helpful. Okay, but yeah, make sure. I just remember one point that is probably actually pretty important. Don't open all this in the beginning. There's this event that gives you a lot of extra stuff. If you put a certain amount of gold in there, after like a couple days, 7 days or something, they'll give you your gold back and a whole bunch of extra stuff. Now, I think it goes up to 20,000 gold, and that's part of the it's really worth it because you get your gold back and you get a whole bunch of random resources. And so spending money in the beginning is actually really quite helpful because of that. And not just because of that though, because sometimes you get vigilantes that help you from the very beginning, and it's worth the most if it helps you throughout the entire offer, right? For example, if I go and buy Surrey, well then everything I do has a 20-minute boost. All the buildings at least will have a 20-minute boost. So if I buy it in the beginning, it'll help me on every single building. If I buy it in the middle, it'll only help me in the middle and towards the end. So I recommend that if you do try to spend money, you probably want to go for Surrey is one of them. But also like packs that give like 9,000%. They'll start with like $1, then it's like $5, and it's like $10, $20, something like that. Some are $10, some are $20, right? You guys can see the packs. Let's see. No, not here. This here. Yeah, you can see some of the packs here. You can see the percentages here. This is a 12,910. This is a very good percentage. Or you can click on the gold here and you can just shift like this and see, you know, which pack is coming around. Yeah, you can just buy gold too, but I don't recommend you doing that. Hot sales is always the way to go, and you want to go at least above 6,000% when you buy something. Okay. Okay. I think I've mentioned most of it. Let's see, casino. Okay, casino is pretty important. Just really, you get random stuff. So over here, you can activate the GodFather collection. So remember, this is the ring I was talking about up there. There's GodFather coins. I have a lot of extra coins I could actually probably upgrade. I just didn't realize I could upgrade. Yeah, each one, this one got 22,000. So maybe I don't have enough. But yeah, if you like, for example, you like the diary, then you can spend more coins. But you can get your coins back if you deactivate this. If you remove, then you can get your coins back. So it's basically how many coins you have, and you can upgrade it by color, or you can go to green, and then it's cost like 800, costs way less. Find an effect that you really want. I just really like the ring. The number one, the first thing that they gave you, right? You can also alter it for a different free alterations, and you don't have to take it, I think. Yeah, you don't have to take it, but this is a pretty good one. Arms production increase. You can engrave it, which I guess this is something you collect at the Hitman Agency, which is like level 23, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. You can forget about that. So, okay, that's GodFather collection. Augment is it's something that in the middle, you'll see in the middle. You're gonna need to, let's see. This is, you can augment this. I forgot that you could do this. You could do this with coins too. No, actually, no. I actually did augment this because it's at level 3 right now. But you can increase the stats that they have, the original stats that they have. So that's important under the casino part. Oh, the daily missions is actually extremely important as well for a lot of extra resources, metal, seeds. So let's get. This is actually a good point to get to talk about seeds. So there's a lot of rewards under the daily missions, and this is all the stuff you can do for daily missions. You know, attacking, training troops, ranking up your crew members. So if we're talking about ranking up your crew members, you can click on one of these guys, click on rank up, and when you collect these Z whatever things, you can click on rank up, and it'll give you a little bit of a boost. And once you hit the next level, it'll give you like a 0.5% increase in damage, defense, or something. And the first 10 of each that you try to do will be given a boost, and you should never do anything beyond 10 in a single day, right? But yeah, you get this. There's a lot of different under events, and I think one of those, yeah, just basically events. You know, go outside and attack stuff. There's too much stuff for me to cover, so I have to give you like general advice for some of this stuff still. But yeah, you'll get that. You'll get the medicine or something to rank up your crew, but that'll also give you points for daily missions. And once you get to 30, 70, 120 points, gem synthesization is basically putting gems together. That's actually pretty easy. You just wait for the gems to come around. Supply resources means giving it to someone else's, giving something to your clan member, right? Giving some resources to your clan member, and then it's like 15,000 resources give you what? 10 points, I guess. Yeah. Okay, arm production boost. So it's to increase. You can boost this, and then now I have more. Now this building is producing more arms. Sorry for the noise, guys. It's some people are working on some stuff. Okay, the casino. Now, last thing is about Lucky Wheel. There we go. So Lucky Wheel, we have for one free spin. You also get some poker chips and stuff. Now, with these poker chips, you will be able to get random stuff in the wheel. Now, if I land on one of these skull things, it'll give me. Let me try to spin so I can get them. Advanced chips. Advanced chip is what you use for the skull things. I need to keep going until I get the skull thing for you guys. I could show you guys another advanced chip, which is used for the skull chips. See. So you guys notice that I don't actually like I got these advanced chips, but this is not increasing. That's because it's an item you have to use from your inventory. So I just keep that in mind. What you see here is not what you have. Okay, you guys see all of this stuff? All right, there's a ×2, ×10, ×5. You want to take a look at whether the rewards are good or not. I like the gold. This is okay. Speed ups, 10k, cargo's just okay, and same thing with meters. Chips is whatever. So what I would end up doing is there's one free draw, all right, and each time you have to spend more. So okay, that's whatever. I have a 1. Ooh, 10 times, very good. So I'll keep going, but remember this time it doubles. So I'm gonna need that. Ooh, okay, 50 times. 10 times 5 is 50. So the next reward I'm gonna get 50 times, but it's gonna cost me 4 advanced chips here. Okay, so I got like a ton of cargo. That's very good. That's a very good thing. And when you want to stop, because this next thing costs 8, and it's not worth it, just press exit. My recommendation is to go spend 1 or 2 at most, unless you get a multiplier, then it's worth it. Or if there's a really good reward, like a 8-hour speed up, then okay, it might be worth trying to go for it. But yeah, you want to stop when you're ahead, right? You want to stop when you get something good, or you just get something terrible and you don't have a multiplier. From that, all right, so you can just keep spinning. So this is the casino reward thing. You can get a lot of random stuff, and it really helps. It helps you a lot. There are some grand prizes, but yeah, it's a casino. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Okay, I was talking about the daily stuff up here, where you get seeds and stuff, orchard seeds and stuff. So there's a couple things about seeds here, and it's basically another you're just basically gardening, right? You can collect these guys, and then you get flowers, and when you get flowers, you can sell them for points, 500 garden points, and then you have a garden store, which upgrades, like the more you spend, the more you buy from this garden store, the more stuff gets unlocked. Now, at level 2 or 3, I forgot, I got a 1-hour common speed up. That's my number one thing, but in the beginning, I would probably go for the VIP. VIP and also the 8-hour building contract. Probably the 8-hour building contract first. It's a lot cheaper this way. I like the roses as well. But yeah, I would go VIP until you're like VIP 7. But the 8-hour building contract first for sure. The roses really help for the babes. And the babes give you a lot of different types of points, different types of buffs. And then I would go for speed ups or cargo, right? And then when you level up, maybe you also increase gathering resources. Maybe you go for the casino. Metals, whatever. Energy I like, but that's only if you do actually spend your energy. If you don't spend your energy, like I didn't spend all my energy, then it's actually not worth getting. So, keep in mind, like, how much time are you going to spend using energy? If you don't use enough energy, then it's not worth getting, okay? There's some other stuff you can ignore. Advanced teleport, maybe. It costs 2,000 gold to move stuff around, aside from the free clan teleports. So you don't want to join. You don't want to switch around and move around too often. Okay, the rest of this stuff is level 3, which happens much later. So yeah, you want to do this, but remember, every day there's like a best seed you can plant, and you want to do that. But there's also elite seeds, which is like the green ones, and so if you run out of common seeds, you can throw in the green ones, and you can get a whole bunch of points in this store. Oh, you also want to feed your guard dog with cash. 50,000, not that much, and yeah, you have a free bee every single day. All right, okay, so that's the garden. It's just a bonus mini game thing. That's fun. Having a little garden, having a little dog, it's fun. Okay, I've talked about everything almost everything. This family club thing. If you have a lot of vigilantes, you can actually send them out, right? You can send them out to missions, for daily projects, they call them. And there's like a number of stuff you can do here. Now keep in mind, if you have one vigilante that you send out to attack people, you want to make sure not to use that vigilante. Now you can accept a number of projects per day, and there's different rewards for this. So this is like blue vigilante fragments. So if you're doing the you know, the like $500 something offer, this will help you out, right? You'll use less gold, you get more fragments of them. If I do a legendary gambler, you'll get chips for that daily wheel, the lucky wheel I was showing you guys. So there's a lot of different rewards. Take your time, look through them, and you can send one of your guys over there. The one that you don't really use often. You can increase your leadership level. It's a bit of a bonus, but just make sure you want to keep at least one that you use for battle, right? Okay, that should be most of it. This fountain, yeah, I mean, you click on this fountain. You do want to follow the red dots, it helps you out. Now, as for spending, I would probably go for the subscription, like 5-day or 30-day benefits. But you do get you have a discount once you get to a certain level. You have a discount. I forget if it was level 10 or 13, but once you get the discount, then you should get it, right? If you do spend money. Fund management. If you do spend some money, I think you get a single day 7% interest rate. So 1,500 turns into 1,605 gold every single day. Every 24 hours. And there's other stuff. Gold is always best, resources is always great, and other stuff, it might be good too. Yeah, I would just buy the packs if you ever spend money. But yeah, there are other events. This is different events. SVIP means like extra gold. This 30-day exclusive privilege I may or may not want. It's hard to, like, you get some gold, you get some oh, you can get Roadster club points, so you can get a better car or a better GodFather thing. This is pretty good, I'd say. But I actually just, oh, this recruit, do not get the recruit growth fund. This has always been here, but since they're giving it to level 30, you're not going to get some of the rewards from this. So I would not go for that. City privilege, maybe. No, I would probably not go for this. Mafia fund, I actually kind of like it. But the problem is that, you know, this is assuming you play all 30 days. And, you know, when you get this at day 28, it's a little too late for this to be that helpful to you. So that's why I didn't get this. But there's also other growth funds you can try. For Vigilante growth funds, yeah, I mean, you could do this, for example, if you want to get the $500 offer, right? This a lot of extra fragments. It's 4 for everyone. That'll give you quite a lot of fragments every single day. And I guess since they're giving you Explorer fragments, so one of the offers is getting like 3 stars in 7 days or something. So you could try something like this with 300 fragments here, 900 fragments there. That's 2 stars, and then 3 stars would probably be from, yeah, item exchange to, yeah, you could probably get 3 stars on the first 7 days, and you get another on like day 14. You'll get a whole bunch of extra other fragments with the 5 stars. You know, that's probably good for the $500 one. As for whether he's good or not, I mean, oh, he just increases shooter health. Oh, he also boosts building time, so I guess he is worth getting. He is worth getting here. There's a lot of different types of packs. I'm just saying, like, if you do spend $25, these are good packs to get. It depends on what you specialize in, really. Okay, super bonus. Oh, right, I showed you that earlier, but basically you do have a slash coupon that you get at a certain level, and once you reach that level, then you can spend less money on some of the stuff. So it is pretty helpful, but I really do like the Mega Resource Weekly Pack, but you want to get a slasher coupon before you do that. But okay, what I ended up buying was the Supreme Gold Monthly Pass. I didn't know they had a slasher coupon for that, but it was still worth it because they just gave me so much gold every single day. It's pretty ridiculous. And so, if for some reason you wait until day 30, you're going to get a super boost from this 30-day pack. But if you're going to finish this in like 3 weeks, then maybe it's not completely worth it. But I still think it is. It just helped me out a lot. Okay, this is only if you have like $1 left, then I guess you use Daily Fortune Wheel. So I guess that's the reward center that I kind of reviewed each one that was permanent, occasionally changes, and especially the packs. They do change. Okay, I think I've mentioned everything that should be said. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, then this is the event center. Yeah, check out the event center. Make sure, you know, if there's a clan event, read the rules, ask your clan members, you know, what I should be doing for this event, because there are some pretty good random rewards you can just get, and you want to always collect it from the mail. Event center, Mafia system, they all have rewards sometimes. Sometimes it's achievements. There are things that I've forgotten that just like come out and just give you gold randomly. So you want to keep an eye out for any red dots for sure. Okay, I think I've mentioned every single basic thing here and kind of explained what each thing should be doing. Okay, and then let's talk about the outside, which is so much easier to talk about. Let's go out. So there's a couple. Here's your daily routine. Okay, you want to click on this. The Street Wars. Some of the stuff you don't actually send your troops out. You just send a biker-looking thing, and that'll count. You know, I have like 3. Well, I should have 4 if I activate my VIP here. So let me activate it right now for an hour. Now I can send out 4 groups of people. So, well, it should show up in a second. But yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. 4 groups of people. And this is one of the things that's really important in your investment to increase how many crime ops you can send out, right? So this will take a while. Now you'll send out another one. That'll take a while. Now this kind of stuff, once you complete it, will give you a whole bunch of random stuff, including gems, which get level 2 to level 4 gems. Also some resources, pretty good resources. But it's possible that you can get this stuff. Vigilante training manuals. Yes, you know, there's stuff like this that I forget, that sometimes you just need to go to your items and go, what is this stuff? And maybe it'll take you to somewhere else, right? I can use this for rewards. What should I do this? View this, and it'll take me somewhere else and be like, oh, there's this thing, and I could upgrade it. There's so much stuff that I forget about talking about it. I forget to talk about it. So you just need to do this with these items that you don't understand, right? That's like, this is an event item, and I had a lot of boxing gloves, and it helped me out with a lot of resources here. Helped me out with roses too. Or you can see events. You can also replace that with Vigilantes. So for that $500 offer, you can do this too. Whew. Make sure to do your events, guys. Those really help. This is some Easter event thing. Right, and there's also like these special female only types, and then if you scroll down, even though it's yellow, you can go for the purple types, and it costs less as well. I ended up not using some of this stuff just because it was just too much. But yeah, I never got to figure out. This is what you get from Mercenaries, by the way, and it's helpful for leader equipment. But I never got to it, probably because it's just so spread out. There's so many different types. So I got a ton, but I just didn't get enough to make one blueprint. Okay, speed ups. This is the garden speed ups. VIPs is, you know, it's very important. Oh, right, the recruit card in the beginning is helpful. Activating VIP. As long as you have, you know, 30 days worth of it, you should be okay. And sometimes you're not even playing, so you don't need VIP. And okay, the boosts, arms. Remember this, the gambling chips that you need. Change your appearance is whatever. Minor kickback is also whatever. This is a prank from the event. Street voucher. Oh, I have to get to level 10. Yeah, this actually gives you. So you should probably. I forgot about this, but you should probably get your Pawnbroker to level 10 so you can redeem this thing when you get it. I think this is part of the event that you get, that everyone gets. And it'll really help you out, right? Family tokens. I never really did the family stuff. I don't think you really need to. You can focus on your efforts on other stuff. It just wasn't that useful. But okay, your daily routine, you know, you get a whole bunch of rewards from this stuff, possible rewards. You collect it, and then once you finish one, another one pops up. Go by rarity. Also, when you level up your mansion, make sure to click on this thing and upgrade it, because it also increases the number of rewards and like the rarity that you have. Okay. Yeah, orange is better than purple. Purple is better than blue. Blue is better than green. Green is better than simple. Okay, and then also these mercenaries you want to use energy on, right? You start off with 100 energy. You use a whole bunch of them on, and that's your daily routine for using energy. And then when you go AFK, you need to do something else. Go ahead and gather some resources, and also make sure to attack your farms if you have any. I recommend having farms. Okay, so the guy who did this in 7 days, or he claimed to have done this in 7 days, told me that there's a sort of a specific routine you want to do. First of all, you want to absolutely go all out on your speed ups, and for each and every single little thing, you want to click on it and maximize everything that you've got. Just basically maximize everything that you've got. You want to be hungry, right? Have your farms out, attack your farms, and your goal in day 1 is actually to get to level 10, so that you can recruit. So you can get all these troop types to level 10, and that will allow you to train tier 4s, which is you probably have the most tier 4s for a while. Tier 4s are quite nice. 3 is okay, but just level them up at tier 4. All right. Now, in order to help you with that, go for the clans. Now I want you like this random Russian clan or whatever. Usually you want to go with the language that you can speak, but I was just too lazy. Everything in here, make sure to take a look at. Clan collaboration, accept, collect rewards, assist. That's the daily routine. Clan follow the red dots. All right, simple enough. Clan contributions. So if some of your troops have died, then you're gonna have to get it from the clan healing center, and in order for you to get it from the clan healing center, you need to gather these points. You can also use these points for stuff in the clan store here. The speed ups, VIP I really like in the beginning at least. So VIP 7 at least, but I went to 9 because I was spending some money. Contribution rankings are nice. Clan headquarters are okay. Clan store, we just went over that. Clan help also give you some points, so that'll be helpful. All right. Clan kickback. When you attack mercenaries, you get a whole bunch of random stuff, so I can collect all and get all this stuff. And then clan jobs also gives you a whole bunch of rewards, different gold, speed ups, resources, whatever. Clan challenges I've never really actually done, but you could. Let's see, click on this. Oh, vicious gunmen, right? So vicious gunmen is one of the clan things that is really helpful, and you can attack them with just one guy, and you'll win anyways. So this is one of the things that gives substance, which is substance is what you use to rank up your troops over here. Let's let it load a little bit. But yeah, the rank up that I was showing you, I think it was called Substance Z. When you rank up, that's where you get this stuff, right? It's not the only place you can get it, but it's the normal place you can get it from the clan vicious gunman thing over here. Usually your clan will set it up for you, and you're not going to be the head of the clan, so just when you see it, do it. As for clan tournament, I've never really looked at this, but you could register if you want. But you do want to route 2 probably. Register route 2. Oh, I only have this many troops, so I should probably not do that right now. But yeah, clan tournaments have rewards, very good rewards. Yeah, a whole bunch of random stuff put together. Well, you get some of the stuff, and it gets better depending on your rank, right? And it gets better depending on which tournament you're in. So if your clan does really well, these rewards will get really good. So the silver will have better rewards. All right, so yeah, your clan matters too. I would probably just join the top clan when you can, especially if you spend money. It should be easier to just like go into the clan and say, hey, come on in. So you guys can join the top clan by clicking on this guy, going on rankings. You might be, yeah, let's go on the rankings, clan power rankings, and then try to join the very top clan. They always leave a spot, and they always kick people who are not active. And so, just stay active, right? You have a, right now, okay, this requirement is too crazy, but in the beginning, the requirement will be lower, and you want to join at that level, okay? It says mansion level 30, but this leader actually tried to recruit me at level 25, so they're lying. They usually are. But you can contact the leader if you want and just say, oh, I'm pretty high level, I'm spending money, let me join, right? I'm at rank 3, but like my clan is kind of dying at the moment. So you want to join rank 1, rank 2, so that it'll help you out in everything else. Okay, so that's the importance of clans. Yeah, I mean, that's your daily routine. Just do your street wars, right? Gather resources when you're gone. Attack your farms. Make sure your farms are gathering resources when you attack them, so you can gather resources without attacking, without killing your own troops, right? And that's your that's all you really need to know about the outside. Sometimes event stuff happens outside, and you just want to like go around. You can talk to people and ask what's going on, and they'll tell you. And that should be it. All right, so explore, you know, this, you could do this instead of resources. You can do one of this and then resources for something else. It's up to you. It really is. Remember, this is the hidden note thing under special story inside. I hope I've covered most of the important things. So here's your game plan, right? Get to level 10 mansion and the level 10 of all your troops up here in day 1, and then start trying to upgrade resources. Try to upgrade your resource buildings. Make sure you have some farms out if you want to make it easier. If you want to spend money, if you want to be more secure, make sure to spend it on the ones that have the highest percentages right over here. But also, I just really like Surrey, and so if you see a Surrey under events over here, events. Yeah, if you see a Surrey under events, consider getting her. And as for the other special stuff, you can click on the fountain. Fund management, make sure to do that. And if you are spending $25, then you could get one of those $25 high boosts. But I just really like the what is it called? Mafia fund was pretty good, but I just really like the subscription benefits over here. All right. Now you can spend even more than that. I spent $64 in total, so and I had like 2 or 3 days left. So you know, if you're not that confident, you could spend more to get a whole bunch of big boosts. But yeah, if you do spend on packs with like percentages, 6,000% or more, hopefully you can get a 10,000. Maybe yeah, 9,000 is okay. 10,000 is the best. It's only $1 though. This one's 6,300, probably last case scenario. 8,000%. So anything above 6,000 might be fair game. This is 5,000. It's not good. They'll give you gold and a whole bunch of rewards. I can't tell you which one is the best, but do pick. I guess the family uprising in the beginning will be that pack will be good for you. But it always depends on how much you're willing to spend, how much time you're willing to spend on here. Okay, so yeah, that's your goal. You know, get to level 10 in day 1. Start leveling up your resource buildings in order to get more resources. At the same time, go outside and do your events. Events are probably the biggest deal here. Just, you know, look through the events. What are you going to do today? Look through the daily missions as well. Those help as well, right? Invite friends is part of it, but daily missions, you can do this. And then I guess you could also do the plot. So the plot will also have like missions you can do. It tells you that during the tutorial, so I figured you didn't really need to do that. But you can also do missions that they show up here and get a whole bunch of different random resources. Main jobs they call it, which is helpful. They're all very helpful. You could go the main mission route, but you got to remember everything else as well, right? This helped me out, but I didn't rely on it too much. But I suppose you can get a lot of stuff if you do try to do some of these missions. They do change daily. Okay, guys. Aside from the daily supplies, which is the daily reward, I think that's all you can say. I suppose this yacht trade is helpful. I honestly don't think it's worth spending on this yacht, which is why I didn't really mention it. There are some other stuff in the game, but I think I've covered most of it. You know, try to, you know, someone was able to do it in 7 days, so speed it up. Like, try to, just use your speed ups. Use your speed ups when you need to, but make sure to always continue getting buffs from each and every one of these guys, each and every one of these buildings and events. Okay. So remember, resources and speed ups. Those are the 2 routes you want to go through. Gold can buy almost anything, but you want to savor it for the last moments. And the VIP store will have a lot of stuff. The higher level VIP you have, the more kinds of stuff gets unlocked. So VIP 7 to 8 to 9 is probably my guess. 10 is really good, but I just never got to that point. All right, guys, I hope this has helped you. If you have questions, ask below. I encourage it. And someone else or myself can answer you regarding this offer. There's a lot of details, but once you memorize it, you get a big reward. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure to leave some comments and a like if you enjoyed this video.